All right, we back with another one. Doing the water department this time. So what I got going on today, I'm about to start skimming the walls. Get those areas together with some mud, sand them down. These walls are going a color called Lakeside. And this wall is going peppercorn. Yeah, we excited for this one. Stay tuned. Breon's Paint Service. There's the owner right there. You caught him. All right, let's get started, guys. These are before pictures before we get anything done. This job we got done in a full day. I mudded the walls with 5. 5 is mud that only requires 5 minutes on the bag per se, but it takes longer to dry. And then once it dried, we sanded the walls down and started cutting the walls. And as you see, I got my motion and we are good to go. Had to get a sander head and sand down around the cameras that they installed. And then I had a employee come in and admire our work and our speed, as well as other contractors. Cutting in is like one of my favorite things to do. You put the paint on the wall, and then you line up your bristles and bring it down the wall with speed every time. Literally, you won't fail. Here's another example. Apply the paint to the wall and bring it down with speed on the second go around. Don't put your paint exactly at the cut line. You see how I'm putting it off of the cut line? And then I'm making it, I'm blending it in, because the more paint that's at the cut line, it's more of a chance that you will put paint on the trim itself. So that's a major key. Apply the paint about 1 inch away from the cut and then blend it in. Another example, because I love doing it so much. Paint is on the wall, and then you bring that cut in with the bristles open. It took me a couple years to learn this technique, but once I perfected it, it was all she wrote. Depending upon how big the room is, I can cut a room in at any speed of 10 to 30 minutes. And so now that everything is pretty much cut in, it's time to get to rolling. I had a partner of mine cutting the bottoms while I cut the top. The accent wall color is peppercorn, and everything else went like a bluish gray. I have to go back in my inventory list to see what type of gray they used, but it had a heavy blue tone to it. The coverage was pretty good too, I must admit. One thing I should have did on this job though was use a 14-inch roller. I had my 9-inch roller, and it worked pretty good. Don't get me wrong. But the 14 would just get the job done so fast. Effectively, too. I was very appreciative that, the floor people, they waited on us to get done, because I don't like really having to prep floors and, do all of that work when I can just bring all of my roll strokes into where the trim is going to be. And then the floor people just put that trim right on the wall. Majority of the time, experienced floor guys don't mess up painters' work anyways, but you get your fair share. I know a lot of contractors can agree with that one. You see how I re-dip the roller and put the paint on an area that's not painted, like at least a half a foot in front of, the area that isn't painted? It's so it won't cake up, onto the area that already has been painted, and then I back roll it. So when you're putting paint on the wall, apply it kind of far away from where you painted already, and just back roll. And that is the first coat of peppercorn. But I want to speed the video up to show the final product. That was all in a day's work. Now, the floor people can come in, do what they gotta do, and make this a finished room. What do you guys think? I love the accent wall. It made the water department in the village hall feel like a nice big living room. And voila, there it is with the floors and all the cubicles. What you think? Google us. Book us today. Breon's Painting Service.